Welcome, dear Sangha, to our guided meditation series on the 37 Bodhisattva practices with our Venerable Khenpo Tenzin. We will begin today's class in our Yellow Gardchen Institute prayer book on page 4 and 5 with opening prayers. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Pamodra Javan Gomba Kajulama Namje Dachonje Danandana Saradam Jeta Lama Lava Laye Jesus Lonzoyon Denjam Zangalavan Dendre Donjen Rebegele So Junjen Zavalama Jiji Kuzon to Jasin Landa Dage Julambet Dage Dimba Danzunje Jeton Jajimba Draper Zinje Labda Grant your blessing so that my mind may be one with the Dharma. Grant your blessing so that the Dharma may go along the path. Grant your blessing so that the Dharma may be clarify confusion. Grant your blessing so that I may transform confusion into wisdom. Okay, dear Dharma brothers and sisters, now today we are going to meditate on the page number 7 and fourth stanza so of the 37 practice of Bodhisattva way of life. As you well know, as you know well, meditation is medicine of mind for recovering sufferings in this life, and meditation is like the medicine Buddha, which we attain medicine Buddhahood. If we attain medicine Buddhahood, and then we can benefit to all mother thinking beings, because they are else people, or because of obscurations and defilements, Uh, so when we meditate, then it changes our mind. And then when we give teachings, the teachings are like a nectar which recovers from the disease of afflictive emotions and the self-centered mind or egoistic mind. So if we can meditate 1 hour in a day, this is extremely beneficial for mother sentient beings. We can not help all mother sentient beings through our hands, whether we have many hands, but there's no way to reach them because there are countless mother beings. Also, they have countless sufferings, but through our meditation and teachings, and then it can change, fixed their mind, and if their mind is okay, and then their body is well okay. So that's where we always said practice is very important. So this is time to practice. Everybody keep diligence. Okay. But meditation, how to meditate is very important thing. So first let us relax, rest in. If you are on sit on chair, you rest on your chair. If you are on meditation cushion, rest on your meditation cushion. So first, physically rest. For instance, your torso and your spine, shoulders, all of them you should keep in balance. You should keep in balance. So rest means that you don't make how to say, you don't sit on your meditation cushion uh, um, critically or critically, but you relax in nature. So first you watch your body, and then you relax in nature of your body for a little while. now your mind should rest in your body, which means you don't make plan. And this afternoon I have to do that and this, and also you don't bring back what happened this morning or yesterday or last month or last year. So uh, only you relax your mind in your body. Uh, so which means your body already relax, rest in your cushion, meditation cushion, and then now your mind should rest in your body. family and long-term companions will part from each other. Possessions gained with effort will be left behind. Consciousness, a guest, will leave the guest house of the body. Let go of all worldly concerns. So first we are reflect on the analytically meditate for first sentence. Family and long-term companions will part from each other. How and when you should reflect on that little while, for a little while. It could be your companion and your friends and so on. For example, you should remember when you were childhood friends. At that time, you were eating food in one bowl, and then slowly grow, and then perhaps your family and your friend's family separated uh, for different reasons. That's where then you and your friend become separate. And right now, maybe you uh, don't even know where is your friend. And then, or similarly, some your relatives and your family members and so on. Now you reflect, you meditate on the how many people pass away. Those are your friends or your relatives, or you know them. So how many people passed away? For example, this year, last year, or since you were childhood, you know them. But now, how many these people passed away? So all of these are, we call this situation, we call impermanence. So we often say impermanence. So impermanence means change. So you separate with your friends. This is impermanence. And some who passed away, those are your friends or relatives. These are also impermanence. So your friends and your relatives separated from you, and then now you have friends, relatives, but you think it is like a permanent, and you have very strong attachment or strong loyalty or so on. But you think carefully, sooner or later it will become impermanence. Okay, next, possessions gained with the effort will be left behind. So you should meditate on this. It is true or not. You wondering, for example, country, and then come to the house, for example, your house, and then your things, your cars, perhaps your mobile phones, perhaps your clothes, perhaps your shoes, perhaps your socks. These things are maybe someone's who passed away. That person how much made effort to get them. After got them, and then you are using them. They have no time to use. So these people who passed away, these things are belong by other people. We have many examples, and you should reflect on there. How many things you have which are someone who passed away, but you don't bring negative thoughts on there, but you should arise realization of impermanence. Next, consciousness, a guest, will leave the guest house of the body. So now you meditate on yourself. You watch your body, and then you look at your consciousness, how the relation between your consciousness and your body. Is your consciousness exist in your body permanently or not? And how the consciousness rented your body. And you look at your consciousness, it is how fast. Fast means impermanent. For example, yesterday your consciousness not exist in today. If today you try to get yesterday your consciousness, you cannot get it back. Which means your consciousness leave your body. And this morning your consciousness also same. It leaves your body. But one day this body also separate from your consciousness. Right now you are so much suffer for the sake of your body. If it is hot, you cannot be patient. If it is little cold, you cannot be patient. Even though you need a very gentle, soft clothes, but still you are dissatisfied. You need different colors. If you have different colors of clothes, still you need different names on the clothes, or different flowers, or different size, or different things. So however, all of them you do for the sake of your body, but this body is impermanent. So right now the consciousness mislead. Consciousness has different parts of afflictive emotions, self-grasping. So this grasping mislead us. So first you reflect how the relationship between your consciousness and your body. between consciousness and your body. For example, my body and my consciousness has no relation. I cannot find a relation between my consciousness and my body. But my consciousness takes care of my body because my consciousness is egoistic mind. It just holds. It just takes care of it. But what we have to understand is our body is like a heap of sand in the very strong windy. Strong wind is like impermanent. Impermanence is like a strong wind. Our body is like a heap of sand. So sooner or later, this body will separate or disappear. But our consciousness does not understand that yet. Sooner or later, this body left our consciousness. Our consciousness left our body. However, they will separate because they have no freedom. You should reflect on our body. Our body is established by elements, 4 elements. For example, on our body or in our body has warmth, but later the weather changes into cold, then our body getting cold. And also our flesh, bones, they will dissolve into earth because they established by earth. Our blood will dissolve into water because it occurs or it occurs from a part of water. For that reason, now without water we cannot alive. Our breath will dissolve into the wind because this is part of wind. So one day this body dissolve into four elements, and then consciousness has no house to stay. So our consciousness should go alone. But when it will happen, we don't know because it is impermanence. Mm, Consciousness, a guest will leave the guest house of the body. Let go of all worldly concerns. We all engage worldly concerns. Actually, there is 8 worldly concerns, but whether we make hope, good health, we take care of our body, we attach too much of our body. They're all including worldly concerns. We cannot reject them suddenly, but we should reduce our egoistic mind through the understand of impermanence. Our bodies change in moment to moment, but we call it subtle impermanence, so we cannot understand it. But now you reflect by yourself. When you were 10 years old, and then 20 years old, in 10 years, how much change on your body? You reflect on that. You reflect when you were 20 years old and 50 years old, between there how much change on your body? You reflect when you were 50 years old and 90 years old, between there how much change on your body? So if you are 90 years old now, until now, how much changed on your body? That means impermanence. So impermanence is a reality. So Buddha taught us or introduced us reality, but we did not understand yet because we did not reflect on there. We did not meditate on there. However, whatever we see and whatever we hear, everything's are impermanence. So we should trust on there. Through meditation, we found the reality of impermanence, but we cannot reject our body suddenly. Reject means we say, oh, this is impermanence, so I don't care. We can't do like that, but we try to reduce grasping or clinging on our body. This benefit is sometimes we get sick or have some problems on our body, including skin or bones or somewhere. It will also help us through the understanding of impermanence, because we could remember these kind of sufferings are also impermanence. So it will less effect in our mind. So meditate on impermanent is not only we how to say talk about beyond this life, not only talked about enlightenment. If we have a realization of impermanent, it will benefit a lot. So we always have to meditate on impermanent. If you cannot suddenly using these today's our methods, and then you remember the changing of 4 seasons. So for example, spring season has only 3 months, and then it turns into summer season, and summer season change into fall season change into winter season. And then the colors of mountains, they are also changing, and each and every these appearances are changing. We see them, but we cannot erase that feeling, or we cannot erase the realization of that. So that's why we have many facing problems. So we try to run away from obstacles, sufferings, but only we supplicate Yidam deities and recite some mantra. It cannot run away from these obstacles and sufferings. Sometimes we meditate on impermanence. It will help a lot. For example, these challenges cannot effect forcefully. Everything will possible in our life. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good. Even though if you, for example, you lost your job, and then you are unhappy, and you have lots of some perhaps you will create a very serious problems. But if you have realization of impermanence, it will help for you. So if you practice like that, and then this is the way of Bodhisattva. So we can become Bodhisattva through practice of this kind of 37 practice. So today to until next week for 7 days, we try to meditate on impermanence as much as possible. Okay, thank you very much. And then please arise bodhicitta, and we dedicate our merit for welfare mothers and sentient beings. Chancho Sencho Rinpoche Ma Chi Ba Nan Chi Jur Chi Ba Nyam Bar Mi Bar Yang Gong Ne Gong De Be War Sho.
May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Thank you very much.